This is a quick tutorial on doing foundations and footers. So you're looking at the first floor plan, just the exterior walls along with the garage separation wall. Obviously all of these are 2x6 with brick. Garage separation is a 2x6, and then what typically is the exterior of the garage is 2x4 framed, unless it's brick, of course. So I'm going to just show you the way that I go about making the walls for the foundation. So I'm going to select all of the walls, deselect this, what is usually a front concrete porch, and this rear, any rear outside areas are usually decks, so I'm going to deselect that. So just the 15 walls are currently selected. So I'm going to Command D, duplicate them. I'm going to move them to the basement plan, and then I will just go to working 0. So there's all the duplicated walls down on the basement layer, and they are the same height as the basement layer height. So I have a note here off to the side that I actually noticed that is outdated and needs updated in the template, so I'm going to delete that, and I'll just talk about what those notes basically are as I'm doing this. So as I have all of the walls duplicated, I'm going to replace the style of the wall. All of these walls are running in a clockwise direction, so I want to align the left side of the wall with the left side of the replacement wall. I'm going to replace all of those walls with 10-inch concrete walls. And as soon as that all comes in, I want to make sure that this class gets updated, because some of those were brick and some of them were interior walls. This one is in the interior class. These three were in the siding class, and the rest were all brick. So I'm going to select them all and put them all into the right class so we don't get anything messed up there. And then I'm just going to ghost the first floor over top, so you can see outside framing above is currently or outside of the walls above is currently to the outside of the walls below. So for all of these brick walls, they are in the position where I would want them to be. For these garage walls, only because in this sample example they're framing, I need to move them. What that note said that I erased was in part that the exterior of sheathing should equal the exterior, or should be flush with the exterior of the foundation. So half-inch sheathing would be typical, maybe 7/16 I guess, so nominally that would be about a half-inch. So I would want to make these walls a half-inch proud of the framing above, so that once a half-inch is added to those framing walls, the sheathing would be flush with the foundation wall. So do the same with that, and do the same with this wall. That would be the same if they were stone. I would have 2x6 or 2x4, probably 2x6, because it would be on the main part of the house probably, where 2x6 wall with stone would be treated the same way, because the stone does not need a ledge in order to rest on for cultured stone. So, and then just to adjust this this separator wall, if I align this wall with the inside with this side of the framing, then that does two things. Number one, when I connect all these walls, well, it won't help us back here, but it'll definitely help us up here. It'll make the pouring of this wall easier, for putting the forms up for that wall. But also what it'll do is, if I ghost the first floor garage walls again and separator wall, you see that the garage has a nice healthy ledge for the concrete to sit on, including on this separator wall. So not exactly sure what I'd do here. I'd probably thicken this wall here, so this may end up being I'd probably ask the builder what he wants to do in this situation. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that somehow this one got misaligned. So this one actually is not in alignment. They're wanting to move at the same time. So I'm just going to that one doesn't even need to be there. I was gonna paste it in place and then put it right there, but that wall, since it's separating the basement from the foundation of the garage, can be deleted, as can this, since it's running the whole way through. So I'm gonna deselect these walls, or deselect the ghosting above. I'm gonna connect all these walls. Okay, now obviously, just to view it. So that's what we got so far. So I'm going to look at it in plan view again. So let's do all of the basement walls are going to be full height. So I'm going to duplicate these in place, and I'm going to change the wall style to the footer. We'll use the footer 20-inch. Do it, replace them center on center. And then I'm going to change the wall class to footer. I'm going to send to the back. And now these are currently 9 foot high. They should only be 10 inches high. And so this will probably take a couple, let's see what that does. All right, so they need to sit underneath those walls. So I'm going to move them down 10 inches. So that's how those would be sitting. Okay. Additionally, these walls are not going to have a full foundation. They're not going to be fully excavated. So I'm going to give those a bottom offset of 6 feet. Oops. So those are going to be short walls, and then I'll do the same thing with these. I'll duplicate them in place, and I'll replace them with the footer 20 inches, center on center, hit OK, change the class to footers, look at it in front view, change the height to 10 inches, and then just move them down 10. And that's what you got. These will obviously have to move to the back. Now for that porch above, these would have a foundation under it similar to the foundation under the garage. So I would just select both the footer and the foundation wall. Since those are the height that I want them, I just hit copy, click over here, paste them, and then just move them until they snap to the guide. And then turn them sideways, click to the guide or snap to the guide, and then just join them. Get rid of that. Join that to that. This, because it is up higher, would dead end into this full depth foundation wall. And same with this one over here. Could send that to the back, send that to the back. Looks like this still needs connected here. And then I just look around to see if all my connections are okay. this one here runs all the way to the center, so I'd move that over 5 inches so that the end of the wall is again dead ending into that wall, like that, and then heal that end, and then just do the same back here. Make sure that all right, that is generally how I do the it's not generally, it's specifically how I do the foundation walls.